So something that I've noticed in the past couple of months is that I have a problem with sticking with one singular project. So I make multiple projects just so I can spread out all of my ideas in different avenues, whether it's a current household, a save file, a random story. I gotta put it somewhere before I forget. And as of lately, I've been playing a lot of Discovery University and like these two current household families I'm playing, and I've been having so much fun that I realized that I have an entire save file based around university with my friend Dabney, where I'm turning Brindleton Bay into a college town, but in the fall time. And so today I thought we'd do a little bit of a build of university townhouses in Brindleton Bay. So I personally realized that it's been a very long time since I actually posted a video on this channel. I've been kind of inconsistent and stuff like that. And to be honest, if you don't follow me on like Twitter or Instagram or Twitch, you probably would have not known is that I recently adopted a dog not too long ago. And I've been mostly focusing on him, making sure that he's okay, happy and healthy, and doing all he needs to do. So he is the perfect dog in the world. He's a Maltese named Randy Joe. He's 2.5 years old and he was a breeder surrender. And he's just the light of my life. He brings me so much joy and so much happiness that I kind of put YouTube on a back burner, but I've been streaming literally every single day. So if you catch my streams, you most likely will see him pop in here and there every once in a while. But trust me, in this save file, there will be a Randy Joe, so I will be creating him in a video of recreating my dog in The Sims 4. But moving forward with this build, I will say Discovery University has researched a new joy in me because I've learned that when it comes to university, you're learning new skills, new friendships, new locations, all the things. And I think when making the save file with my friend Dabney, we were trying to find a way to kind of get back into storytelling, the Sims, and overall gameplay, that making our own save file together seemed like a perfect idea where we can collaborate together on different ideas for the building style, the Sims that come here, and the overall storyline. And basically the whole storyline all starts at Dead Grass Discoveries, that museum all the way back in the far lot in that island with the lighthouse. And it's not a museum, it's now turned into a university housing area where if you go to that housing, only people who study like history can stay there. And there's like relatives who stay there that are part of like the Dead Grass, family. And this townhouse, or these two townhouses right here, are meant for any sim who wants to come to Brindleton Bay, study here, live here, whatever they might be doing. And I didn't want to furnish both of the townhouses, so I only furnished like one, and the other one is like more ready to move in, where we have the kitchen and bathroom all done. But I really wanted to deck out the first one, and I'm not joking. When I looked at this video file, I have several builds that are in my backlog that I've been editing. This one was recorded last year in September. And so I'm just now getting to it, and I realize I need to pick it up and speed up my editing a little bit more so I can post more videos. But I say, hey, it's an old thing I recorded, but a new thing for all of us to watch, because looking back at this footage, I'm like, wow, I did that stuff and I'll do it again. But I know that with this save file, I've done a couple of videos on this where I did the Dead Grass Discoveries, dormitory. I did the fall theme festival that's literally right across from this lot. I've also built another university house that I don't think I posted that's on the next side of this lot. And I personally want to be able to post as many videos of the save file on YouTube, so that way if you wanted to watch back on how I built it and toured it before the actual town tour, then it's like kind of a great way to kind of put it all into one playlist, at least for my builds and the Sims that I create. Because I don't know if Dabney's like posting the videos about the save file just yet, but she probably will at some point one day down the line. And if she does, I'll also put them in this playlist so you can all check them out. And if you want to check out my friend Dabney, she streams on Twitch literally every single day, alongside with some YouTube videos occasionally here and there. So I'll post all of her links down below in the description. I will say something that has made me happy recently, one, my dog, of course, but also two, just playing the game for myself, because you probably all have noticed I don't post a lot here on YouTube. I may post like once a week or twice a week or once every 3 weeks. It just really depends on my schedule, and my schedule is not that busy, but I put a lot of things on my calendar to do other things outside of like YouTube and Twitch, where I do consulting, social media, graphic design, speaking engagements. I do a lot of different things. I run an online stationery store called Hello Spring Co., where I sell stickers, art prints, coloring books, literally everything you can think of, I do. And I'm a voice actor and a regular actor on camera, so I'm doing that on the side, and I just do too much. But I think it's allowing me to put my creativity in different ways that it's not like posted on a YouTube video or a stream, but allows me to meet other people, also get out more because I literally do not leave my house ever because I don't really have um any motivation to leave. If I can stay in my house for 3 weeks, I literally will. But I think it's the joy of getting out there, experiencing different lives, but also going back and bringing it back to my YouTube videos to put that experience into video form, like Sims. Whenever I want to create a storyline, I always try to put it into an experience that I had or have seen on TV or in a movie or a book that I barely even read or listen to. And so I don't really entirely know what I want to do for this particular home for a story, but I believe there's actually 2 bedrooms and 2.5, or 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The kitchen and living room and dining room are kind of all in the same area, but I closed it off where the living room is just the living room and they have their own little small dining room, but it's a sunroom area alongside with the kitchen with, I think they have an island. And again, haven't seen this video in like over a year, so I have literally no clue what I did. But all I know, I did this on stream last year, and I will link that video down below because I do remember specifically where some people ask me questions about the save file, what I'm doing, suggestions, and giving all of your input. Because whenever I build something on stream, I ask you all what should be put into the build at the end of the day, because it's our build when we do it together. And I think it's more fun that way because I only have 2 brain cells and I cannot think of that much. So I think this will be a fun way to it is all involved into the picture. Going back to what I was saying about like Discovery University is that what I've learned when playing the pack is that even though my Sims can't fully have a social life, they still can like experience life in a different way if they live on campus in the dorms or live in the round area in a university housing setting or live straight up in their home lot in their own world and then go through a rabbit hole class as they usually do. And I think what I've loved is that even though I have a few mods here and there that kind of make the university experience a little bit harder, but also a little bit more fun. At the same time, I think with the vanilla game, it's allowed me to think, how do I want to make my child sim and teen sims to set them up for success or failure, depending on what story that I'm creating. Because like right now, I'm currently playing through an elder little family that will be a let's play around the new expansion pack Lovestruck, but not called Lovestruck, if that makes sense. But regardless, this family that I'm playing, they just recently adopted a lovely little child who's a literal child, and their elders. That this child has had so much fun in their life, from music, dance, singing, acting, video creation, anything that's creative that allows them to put their selves to, the people, they will do. And I want to like really have a lot of experiences with this child where they do, the drama club, and they also tour Bridechester a little bit and a little bit of Foxbury, and meeting different Sims that will have a huge impact on their lives positively, because that way they can look back at these things and saying, hey, I did this, I did that, and I'm able to like think about how can I craft my future for the better. And I have also learned is that when Sims are able to like play with different objects, like for example, a long time ago when we got, I believe, Parenthood for The Sims 4, there's these 2 different dolls that you can actually get. One's like a teddy bear play doctor set, and then there's another one called a people doctor play set. I don't know the items names, but there's 2 of them. One's an animal, one's a baby. And when your sim children are interacting with this object, they'll pretend that they're an actual doctor, either a vet or an actual human doctor. And most of the time, what I've noticed is that they get a special moodlet from it where they want to become a doctor later in their life. And something that I've also seen is that when I've achieved that like status or that goal that they wanted to achieve, they'll get it again saying, I completed my childhood, dream or whatever. And I have this one sim who wants to like one day to become a doctor, and another sim who wants to be a vet. And so I want to see how that kind of plays out. I'm still like working out the kinks in here and there with it, but it's going really well and I'm very, very happy. And I can't wait to show you all the gameplay that I've been doing, because when I tell you I got 4 or 5 current households that you've only seen 2 of them, the other 3 you all have not seen, because I'm not joking. I've made 3 extra current households. You know, Finley McCain, you know, the other 2 Sims that live in Ocean Springs, and then there's the elder couple that I created but no one has seen, especially on Twitter. And then I made another one that was literally all about college. I have, I got too many. I need to stop. But it's so much fun, like creating Sims with all the content that we have in the game, especially with CC that I have. Even though like console players and people who have PCs and Macs who can't download CC or just don't want to, I find it super exciting to download. But whenever I make Sims for myself, I use CC, but when I upload them to the gallery, they have no custom content. I personally never use custom content, like build and buy items in my builds, because 1, it's unfair. 2, I don't like linking things that will take me a millennia to do. But if I do, I will link it, but I just never use it because I post all of my builds to the gallery at the end of the day, because I do a lot of building on stream. And so 99% of the time, it's always CC free. And when I upload it, you can do whatever you want. And then I can do whatever I want by replacing some objects here and there without, you know, ruining whatever experience that people might have. But I am just having so much fun that as of lately, I'm getting back to my regular schedule. I'm getting back to my podcast. If you've noticed, I have a podcast, Hello Spring Co. or Hello Spring. But if y'all have not noticed, I have a podcast named Hello Spring. It's on this YouTube channel. It's on every single listening platform you can think of. And I'm slowly but surely working on season 2. I have like 4 or 5 episodes recorded with different guests, and I'm editing those, like Ocean Sims, Azamara, Sarah Kendall, also with some solo episodes, and as well as a Simnian and some others to kind of keep secret, because personally I've been trying to get in back into the podcast mindset and just overall think about, what do I want to do this time? What do I want to do this season for season 2, especially the direction and like the method of my madness of recording and the layout of the land with the questions and just more of the free flow, kind of like chit chatting and hanging out like we're doing right now. This is like, this whole video is not me talking about the build. It's more so of like a catch up of what I've been doing, what's been going on, because I haven't posted a lot. So I'm kind of like not in my flow, but I'm getting back in my flow, you know. But I'm looking forward to the new expansion pack just because of the dating app that we're going to be getting, the Cupid's Corner, and all the new outfits and hairstyles and clothing and all the random interactions that we're getting, especially seeing that we're going to be getting some base game like romantic type of stuff added to add in like polyamorous and monogamous relationships, which will be really, really cool, because we never had that. But in a way I felt like all Sims were kind of like that, the way that I played mostly. But now this is going to be officially where the relationship dynamics are going to be added. It's going to be fun to explore. I don't know about those outfits from those costumes in that little dresser drawer. Is going to be a choice, but it's going to be there. So we'll see how that goes. But I think personally, I think it's one of those things where if I'm going to create a story, I got to think about how am I going to make it authentic to me at the end of the day, but also if I'm going to make it fun for myself and others. I don't know if it makes any sense. I'm just talking for the sake of talking because everything's a blur and my brain has been broken for like the past 3 weeks now. Having a dog, my brain goes delulu. And personally, I think you all understand, if you have pets, especially puppies, you would know your brain cells are just gone and you can't think. But hey, life. is life in. But what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go into the game and show you all the build in real time. That way you can kind of get a sense of what I was trying to do, especially seeing the things that I cut out, and speed builds are way too fast and kind of confusing. And I think taking it all slowed down and easy and in real time, it's a lot more simple. And I think you all would definitely appreciate the build a little bit more of seeing the general environment of the different builds across the street, next door, and just itself. If you know, you know. But overall, let's go ahead and go into the game. So now that we're officially in the game, I wanted to use my tester sim, Dennis Kim here from Willow Creek, to tour this lovely property, but also the general environment so you can kind of get a feel and like an update of what's been going on. But we have our 2 townhouses that we have here, and we'll tour that in a second. But on this side, we have the vet clinic made by my friend Dabney. And then on this side over here is the fall festival that we built a couple of months ago. And I'll link that video down below in case you all have not seen it. We have a hopscotch thing over here, graffiti mural over here. We also have little signage. I placed some more benches in this area because I felt it was a little bit empty. And I also added a little karaoke, a little performance station, some marbles. I also added in this little piano that we got, I believe, from Growing Together, which I thought was a really good idea. On this side, we have another university housing that I don't think you all have seen just yet, but here's like a little sneak preview of the home that I built, and I'll post a video about that in a while or so. And then on this side is the Hecking household with Brant and Brent Hecking and their dog Rosie. Their house has not been remodeled yet, but it will be remodeled eventually soon. We'll give them an update on their looks, their outfits, their hair, give Rosie a little makeover, and maybe give them a child or two. But just honestly, depending on like the situation with the storyline, we'll figure something out. They'll be in the world. They are a staple to Brindle and Bay, and they're just the cutest couple ever, and I love them so much dearly. So for this property, I didn't do too much. I only furnished one of the bedrooms because I felt like if one sim's living here, the other sim can buy or thrift a bed and put it right here in this little home. I did add in a little dresser drawer so that way they have at least something. But on this side, I didn't do too much. It's a lot more emptier. There's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom right here. There's another bathroom downstairs, kitchen, and then main old like back dining room, sunroom area. But for the main home, where I really wanted to make sure that the sim that was living here had everything that they needed. So the style is more decorated in their like personality. So I wanted to make sure I added in a chess table because they love logic and they love chess making and doing battles with other sims, even on the side of the street with random strangers they don't even know. But we have a chess table here. I also added in some pet related things because they brought their cat along with them. And I also have some protesting signs for signs with purpose. I added a little doormat, a little bench over here. I did use a lot of the packs that we have in The Sims for like cats and dogs, Growing Together, Discover University, High School Years, and a few other ones from like kits and things like that, just to give it more pizzazz. Because I feel like if I limit myself with this save file, I wouldn't have that full creativity that I needed and wanted, especially for the storylines that I'm trying to create for each and every sim that might live in the world or just kind of walk around and not live in any houses. But we have the foyer over here. I didn't do too much with this. We have the little bathroom. I feel like I'm getting better at making my bathrooms a little bit better by adding some paintings and some wall stuff like this shower caddy and the shelving and even the toilet plunger that we got from that one kit. Over here I have the main living space. The sim is going to school for music, so they have like their DJ music station. They want to eventually like one day build up their music career and have a way where they could sign to a label and, you know, maybe one day have their songs be played on the radio. So I have their music station over here. They do love sports like basketball and football. I put some like frames on the wall so that way if they take any photos with their roommates or other teachers or other random sims, they could just place them on the wall here. I also have a fireplace, TV, and some wall decals of like grunge and dirtiness because I felt like if they're gonna live here, they don't really keep it well upkept. So there's like holes in the walls, ragged furniture. Most of the stuff has been thrifted over the years because I felt like if they're going to live here, they're not that rich and they don't have a lot of money. And this house was built for the university, but they've made a few damages here and there in their time of, college. They're in their second year, so they've done a few things. But we have their dining room area over here. I added some seats. I did change it a little bit from what you all saw. There was like one of those like dining room chairs in the corner, but I replaced it with like some stools. And then I added in a cat height charts, a leash wrangler, some plants, some more little hammock chairs. And then their kitchen is pretty much all decked out. I didn't add too much. I just added a microwave, dishwasher, and coffee maker. But I used a lot of this. But I did use a lot of Dream Home Decorator for the counters and cabinets because I really love that pack so much for the decorating style. But I used like a base game fridge and a base game stove. And I believe this sink is from the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. But upstairs is where they are going to be mostly sleeping. So they have like their bed, some posters, a little mood board for the music stuff, a microphone, and their whole general like computer setup with some cameras and some mugs, their mirror, their dresser drawers, their shoes, and then their general hallway, and then their hallway bathroom, and then this empty bedroom for whoever is going to be their roommate and don't want to spend too much money. So they have this blank space just for them. And again, like I said, on this side, there's not much going on. We just have the basic bathroom upstairs, a 2-bedroom, and then the kitchen is downstairs. Again, using a lot of Dream Home Decorator for the counters and cabinets. Base game fridge, base game stove, and this is from the Book Nook kit for the bookcase, and they have a little island. I think you could also squeeze in like a table and chair if you wanted to for a dining room, but I feel like it's too small for that. Or you could just squeeze it over into here. I think the idea is like what I wanted to do is like have enough space for at least 8 Sims in total, or at least 6 Sims in total. But since there's a pet living here, it's going to be like 7 Sims and a pet because pets count towards your household slot, mostly cats and dogs. But I wanted to make sure they had enough room. So you could turn this into a bedroom or an office. This could be a bedroom or an office, or this could be a bedroom or an office. So you basically have 3 bedrooms in this one home right here. This could be a dining room area or just a general like relaxation area if you wanted to, especially in the backyard. If you're going to be a college student and meet new people with random strangers you don't really know, you like to throw little parties. So I have a little camp area back here, a little rusty grill, some vertical garden boxes from Eco Lifestyle, some picnic tables here. I have a ping pong and some bikes and kickstand and art easel. But I wanted to make them pretty identical, but also separate when it comes to their general style. But the general exterior for the roofing and color scheme is kind of similar, but has some individuality, if that makes sense. But with all that being said, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of what do you think of this build, especially the general save file with me and my friend Daphne, because it's centered around Discover University, university in general, different degrees, different personalities, and lifestyles, but all set in the fall season. Because fall is cozy and university is a really fun pack as of lately, and personally, at the end of the day, a save file is a save file, and I think you all would definitely have a lot of fun in this. But if you do want to download this build, it's already up on the gallery under my hashtag SpringSims or my gallery ID, which is also SpringSims as well. But as always, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!